What's up, y'all? It's your girl, G-Dev, and I'm here at Diggin in the Crates with a special guest today, the hottest DJ in the land and the upcoming artist, Dj4th. Thank you for joining us today.
No problem. Thank y'all for having me. You know, it's an honor to be here and just give y'all my story.
So it's a lot of craziness going on right now due to the fact of the coronavirus around. However, you know, people are still trying to keep their sanity, go to the stores and get the things that they need. Today we were talking about going to the store trying to get tissue and how everything was gone. And like...
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, I don't know. I went to the Walmart today and everything was gone. I had to go to Sam's Club, and even there, where you buying books, they got all the water gone. So it's like, I don't know. I'm mad at y'all. Why y'all want to drink water now? Y'all been drinking soda. Why start drinking water now?
So really everything is, people just don't know what's going on because of the lack of information. But according to WebMD, the article, it was updated March 15th, which was yesterday. And it stated that the symptoms of the coronavirus are similar to upper respiratory infection, including a runny nose, coughing, sore throat, and sometimes a fever. So the symptoms are similar to like if you have a flu or if you already deal with, you know, allergies due to the season. But if you have the coronavirus, you can also be walking around and not know that you have it. Just like the NBA player. I was watching his interview the other day. So I think most people are just nervous because they don't know what's happening. And then like us, we're college students and now classes are online and we can't go on campus really for anything unless you really need to. So it's an eerie feeling out there.
They done quarantined the whole world on quarantine right now.
Yes, but other than the coronavirus, today we are here to talk with Dj4th, his new project, upcoming events, and you know, we just want to know tell us a little bit about your project, your inspiration, and your start music, things like that. I want to know about you.
Well, my birth name is Shakari Jackson. I ain't gonna give y'all my middle name. I don't want y'all looking me up on Facebook. My name is Shakari Jackson. I go by DJ4th. A lot of people ask me where Dj4th come from. I lost my grandmother. Her name was Teresa Hampton. So her initials is TH. I took that and put it behind the 4 so that I'm reminded that everything I do is for Teresa Hampton. So Dj4th, once you break it down, is DJ4 Teresa Hampton. I got my own entertainment company where it's 4th Entertainment and Production. So it's for Teresa Hampton Entertainment and Productions. It just keeps me going. You know, it's like that boost when I want to give up on myself or just when I'm frustrated. I got to remind myself that this is for Teresa Hampton. It's like keeping my grandma's name and her initials alive. So, I mean, that's a little bit about far as my name and like who I am. But I mean, A Gift to You is out right now and it's a special project, you know. It's a special project.
Your family, are they supportive?
My mother, my grandma, she always been a supporter. So y'all know how grandma loves is. My grandma, she been supporting anything that I do since I was a youngin. My mother, she's actually starting to see now that the music is really picking up. Like, especially with A Gift to You, I'll post the numbers on Facebook and she'll be like, wow, like you really got 5,000 people listening to your tape. And I'm like, yes, like mama, like you, I don't know. Like, I don't think that she realized that she has birthed a star yet, but it's like, it definitely got her attention now to the point where she called me and she like, what you doing in the studio? So she knowing like, okay, this is really what my son want to do. So now she's really supportive. Like she's behind me emotionally about what I got going on. It's not a hobby to her no more. She's like, okay, this is actually, he's on to something. So
I think that's cool. Sometimes parents don't really see the potential that their kids have yet until it's done, and then they're like, "Oh my gosh!"
Like I got me a house, or I got me a phone now because of your hobby. So that's real.
Well, it seems like you are a gift to her. So how did you get the title for your album?
It's crazy because A Gift to You was supposed to drop on my birthday, December 8th, and I just always felt like I was a blessing to anybody that gets an encounter with me. My spirit is just so strong whenever you come across me, whether it's a laugh, a talk of wisdom, just a smile. I just always felt like I was a gift to anybody that came across my presence. And it's not like to think highly of myself. It's just like, nah, I'm really a gift. So I was like, this is my first tape. I was like, I'm dropping it on my birthday. I was like, I want this to be a gift to the people. And I was like, we was sitting in the studio. I was like, ooh, a gift to you. That's how I came up with it. So the tape didn't drop because I didn't have like my BMI set up for as my artistry.
What do you mean by BMI?
BMI is like for artists, so like it's a PRO. It's called a performance right organization, and what it does is it keeps track of like your streams, like your airplays. So like you official artist, like they give you a IBN number, so it's like your social security card as an artist or a rapper, and like it helps just keep track of all your work and like your royalties. That's another discussion for another day for artists to learn. I feel like we don't take the time to educate ourselves with the business of things, and we just look at, we think music is the easy, like the hard part. To me, I can make a song in 20 minutes. That's the easy part. But it's like, do I got the business standpoint behind it? Am I distributing my music the right way? Am I marketing my music? Because I feel like a lot of artists just make music but don't market it. It's like you got a whole bunch of music that ain't being heard. But back to Gift to You and the PRO.
Yeah, you're making a good point. I'm going to ask you something to follow up after that.
Yeah, okay. So it's like what it is a PRO, and it keeps up with your streams and your royalties. I didn't have that together. I didn't have my distro kit, and I was just going to drop it through SoundCloud. But I was like, nah, I want this to be special when I drop it. I want people to be able to, like, people are lazy when it comes to music. Let's be honest. People see a link and they traumatized by links. Especially in SoundCloud.
Get you directly there.
Exactly. So people are traumatized by a SoundCloud link itself. So I was like, you know what? Let me get my distro kit. Let me get my BMI. Let me get my sound exchange. Let me get my song trust so that I can do this the right way. So Valentine's Day came around and I had locked all the songs in. I had like probably like 25 songs by come Valentine's. I was like, let's drop this. This is the perfect time. This is like a vibe tape. Valentine's Day coming up. I was like, this is a gift to you. And it dropped on Valentine's. Well, it didn't drop on Valentine's Day. It actually dropped 3 days afterwards. But I just felt like I wanted to give a concept. Like I always been the type to do things with a concept because I wanted to have meaning behind it instead of it just being something that was done. You know what I mean?
All of your songs on the tape, they go directly with the title. So that's a good thing. And that's why I was going to ask you, did you know when you were going to name your project A Gift to You that the songs were going to follow as well?
I did. And that was just like, it was just like, one thing I learned with music, a lot of stuff just happens. Like even some of the songs, I went in there with just a beat and nothing written down. Like you just never know what you're going to get. And that's the beauty and creativity. You know, you never plan to do something the way that it gets done. And that's just the beauty of the creativity. So I didn't know that it was going to mesh together the way it did. That was just like favor on that was favor on my side. So
I was really shocked. I was very surprised. And when I was listening to it, I was in my room on my bed. So I was thinking like, wow, I think any girl who listens to this, you know, she should listen to it after she pamper herself. She feel good. Yeah. Like your candles. It was very romantic.
Yeah. Like, and that's what I wanted to go for. I just wanted to go for those vibes, you know, like it was inspired. My tape was inspired by K-Camp. And I tell a lot of people that when they listen to my tape, I be like, you know, have you ever heard of K-Camp? You know, it gives you those type of vibes, but I got my own complete sound. Like I sound nothing like K-Camp. It was just...
So, I mean, okay, so what about, like, for me, I'm a very, like, I love the old school arts. What is your background with music? How do you know you can incorporate those things, maybe that your mom used to play in the house, into the, you know, your future work?
Samples. It's I actually done a couple samples. I did one with Usher, You Remind Me. So just taking that, because one thing about music and creativity, anything you do has already been done. It's about how can you re-innovate it and make it to where it's creative with your spin on it. People be like, I created this wave or this sound. You didn't. It's just you took it and innovated it to where it was useful for you. So just taking like old stuff like through samples and incorporating it into my music, taking videos, stuff that they used to do back in the day in their videos and incorporating into my videos to kind of create that connection with like the older folk that listen to the music back then. Like, oh, he got this type of style in his stuff. I like what he got going on. I want to listen to it even though I'm 40 because he got Usher in there or he got whoever in there. You know what I mean? So samples would be a big way to kind of incorporate like the more old school and like what my parents listen to into it. Most definitely.
So music is, you know, is food for the soul and it gets you through a lot of different things. When you go into the studio, you're able to express yourself, whether it's you want to write about something good or, you know, like the things that's going on in the world. But whatever it is, there's things that has happened in your life to get you to where you are now that motivated you and inspired you to go ahead and push your music, you know, your upbringing. So I want to know a little bit about your personal background and, you know, how did we get to see DJ4th now?
Really, my experiences, I'm gonna be like you said, because it's being vulnerable. So I'm telling y'all about myself. This is like me exposing my soul to the world. Growing up, I grew up in a single parent home, so it was kind of harder not having my father around. My mother raised me just by herself, and my mother wasn't there for me emotionally as much as she should have been, which is nothing wrong with that. You know, she probably had her traumas and she probably wasn't raised to tend to like my emotions that way. So that's where that come from. And like, I didn't really have that connection with my mama to where I was supported emotionally. So I felt like I always had to suppress my feelings. So once I found music and I found DJing, it was just like, it was a way to express my soul and put my feelings into this music, whether it was feelings of like, me not feeling accepted or feeling wanted. I take that and I just let my soul bleed. Like when I'm in the booth, like I just like, all right, be open to the world, because that's what it is. Like I remember J. Cole, he's like, know me better than I know myself, because you get in the booth and you say stuff that you never told somebody or you never felt. So it's really like you preaching, low-key. Yeah. So it's crazy how it works. And, you know, that's the beauty in the music, because it's like a therapist, you know what I'm saying? So the world is my therapist. So I'm telling y'all what I got going on, you know what I mean? So
I'm very excited for you and your future, and I feel like you'll be able to touch a lot of different people through your art, and especially like you said, through your personality, you know, the energy that you carry, which is important because you're gonna need that to get you from point A to point B. So with that being said, where do you see, you know, your music going from now and in the future? And then also I want to add to that, you know, the phase of like want to be an independent artist is like at the top of the game right now. So how do you view that as well?
Really, I just see myself being huge. Like I visualize it every day. Like I walk as if I'm already a Billboard artist or I'm a platinum selling artist. Like I tell myself this every day. Like I affirm it to myself, because it's like you got to have it internally before you see it in the physical. You know what I mean? That's a part of law of attraction and manifestation. If I don't think I'm a platinum artist, I'm not going to go in there with a platinum artist mentality, and I'm not going to have that level of talent. But it results to like if you play good, if you look good, you play good. So I like to kind of prep myself up. I see myself being big, like, and it's like, the vibes I put into the world, it's longevity in it. It's not something that's gonna be here today and gone tomorrow. It's good music that will last. Like how you can turn on, for example, Pimpin' All Over the World or Slow Down by Bobby Valentino. Now, to this day, that's what my music is gonna be to the next generation. And far as being an independent artist, I feel like it's important for me. And it's hard because it's like you don't have a machine behind you, or you don't got this big label on you, which makes the people gravitate towards you. So I do a lot of times studying on YouTube about that. People have a masses mentality. People not going to gravitate towards you till the masses gravitate towards you. But the road that I've adopted is win one person over one day at a time. You know, like if I can get one listener per day, in a year, I gained 365 new listeners that's probably going to listen to the tape 10 times. And that equates to 3,600. You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to be real strategic being an independent artist. For example, I took a big bag of candy because I'm like, adults is like kids. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got something they want, they gonna come to you. I was like, I can't go with these flyers. People hate flyers. So I was like, how can I get people to gravitate towards me without me having to go to them? So I went on campus with a big bag of Skittles and Starbursts, just hold it in my hand. People like, what's that for? Well, I'm like, let me tell you about a gift to you and follow me on Instagram. If you do both of those, I'll give you 2 pieces of candy for following me and downloading the tape. So
that's so great.
It's smart. You just got to think outside the box and be different. You know, being an independent artist, it's like, you got to really think distributing music, marketing, like what tactics are you using? Because me as a human, I know I hate links, even when I see them. So I'm not going to just send links, even though I do it. You know, I don't get mad when people don't gravitate towards it, because it's like, okay, how can I be more personable in my marketing? So it's like, I check on the people that support my music and build that genuine relationship. Like I got genuine relationships with the people that support me. So it's like, they're like my friend or my best friend. So I just kind of take those steps. You know, I try to be different. I try to be different being an independent artist. What aren't other people doing that I should be doing? You know what I mean?
I think that's a great mindset to have. And it's so... Oh. it's so easy. I mean, it's so easy to say, but it's not the easiest thing to do.
It's not.
Like the things that you're sharing with us right now, you know, how you every day thinking of something new that you got to do to promote your music and to promote yourself. But you face adversities in life. You face challenges in life. So what's some advice you can give to someone who probably doesn't have that self-motivation and like
I'm gonna give y'all
mindset that you have?
I'm gonna be completely honest and transparent because you never know how your testimony gonna help somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, I graduated from North Carolina A&T in December, right? Starting at the beginning of January 2020, started homeless. So I'm talking about I didn't have a job. I didn't have no money. I was dead broke. So I spent a lot of time praying. I'm like, God, like, show me what's for me. You know what I'm saying? So I took the time to put in applications in the meantime to turn around my situation. And this is me being like completely open to whatever artist that may see this going through something so they don't feel like, oh, I'm the only one going through it.
Yeah.
I started the year off homeless, no job, broke, no momentum with this music stuff. Okay, so first month go by, I get a job with valet parking. I'm like, okay, I got a job. Now, Lord, is you going to bring somebody through this airport that help me with my music career? That I don't know. But I show up every day and I work because I'm like, this is going to help me invest back into myself. Whole time I'm still staying at the frat house. So after that, I get my money up. So it's like I started saving. I'm like, all right, I get a paycheck. I'm not going to go buy some shoes. Let me take $100. I get paid every 2 weeks. So I'm like, let me take $200 and put that in my savings because I know I want to have to invest in myself. So I built my savings up to where I can invest in myself for as content, putting out the best content, flyers, professional like photo shoots. And then I just took that, I took the time every day to just, I took every day for what it was instead of thinking long term. So now here we are in March. I'm about to move into my own apartment next week because I get my paycheck because I'm a host too. I do event hosting at the basketball games and I'm getting my check to get my house. But the reason I'm saying this is because I want people to know it's not easy when you pursuing something that you want.
Yeah.
But if you already made up in your mind that you're going to get it done, it'll get done no matter what comes against you. You know what I mean? Weapons will form.
Yeah.
The Bible tells you that no weapon formed against me. It's going to form. The weapon going to form, but it's not going to prosper. If you truly believe in your mind, you put the work in and take the steps every day. So let's take those steps every day. Show up every day, no matter how you feeling. Because it's just a feeling. It's going to go away. If I'm feeling sad today, you're not going to be sad tomorrow. So keep going every day.
Your story is important to me because I think what a lot of people should know is music is not just music, but it's also about the artist that's delivering that music. And people like something that's real. I personally like something that's real. So if I can relate to you, if I can feel with you, and one thing also, if I can feel, you know, your energy in your music, which I can, your voice sounds really great on your song. So that's great.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
your producer
that.
Too, yeah. You turned your vocals sound great.
Shout out to Crazy, man. Shout out to Crazy. Turn me up crazy.
So your story is important because that's what's going to attract people to you as well. Like if you're a real person, then they want to listen to your music. They're going to want to continuously hear what you have to say.
Because it's a connection. Like you said, when people listen to your music, they connect with you on a level that's deeper than this is an artist. You know what I mean? They're like, no, like I feel for him. I can feel it in his voice. I can feel the pain in his voice. Or I can tell like when he making this music, he really mean it. It's like they feel your soul in that part of your soul that you put into the music. They feel that it comes through the aux or whatever you listen to. You're like, dang, like he's serious. You know what I mean? And I feel that.
So before the studio, like before getting in the studio, you were DJing. So tell us what you know about being a DJ.
I know a little something about DJing. I know how to scratch. I know how to blend. I'm actually a very good DJ.
How did you get your start in DJing?
It's funny because I started off as an event host, like doing parties and stuff. And then I took a break because I was going through life. You know, I went through mental issues. Like I just had a mental breakdown. I'm not where I want to be. I suck. I broke down on myself. I gave up. But then I came back to school after that summer and got my mind right. And I'm like, I started saying to myself, I'm like, you're a host, but you're just a host. If you don't have a DJ, you're not valuable for nothing. So I was like, I gotta start DJing so I can be a host and a DJ. That way I got revenue coming in from both ways, and not just revenues, because it wasn't about the revenue, it was about the passion. So I'm like, I gotta have both of these coming in, you know what I mean? So I was like, I took the time to learn the craft of DJing, YouTubing, tutorials, and then of course spending time practicing. 10,000 hours if you want to perfect the craft. So I took that time and I was like, oh, hold up. I'm like, if I'm a DJ, I can throw my own song in here. I ain't gotta ask a DJ.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm thinking outside the box. You always gotta think 10 steps ahead.
So it's safe to say that DJing is more than just putting songs in order.
Oh, most definitely. Because it's like me as an artist, it's big on a vibe. So it's like if I'm in there DJing and I'm in a room with 30 girls, I'm not gonna play no NBA Youngboy or no Waka Flocka. Like I see it's women in here. I'm like, let me turn on some of my music because the women in here, or let me put on some K Camp or Tory Lanez or Jai Quiz, make them feel special, because music creates a feeling and an emotion within you. Like, and people don't know that it's a psychology to music.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's a psychology to music.
I also wanted to ask you about the cover art for A Gift for You.
When I did the cover art, it was like I didn't want to do too much. I didn't want it to be a cover art. And I also, like I said, it goes back to psychology and marketing. I'm like, this is my first project. I don't want it to be like words. Like I want them to see who the person is that made this tape. So I didn't put no words on it. I didn't do none of that. I was just like, let me put a photo shoot together, and hopefully one of these pictures is good enough so I can make it the cover. And I asked people on Twitter, I had like 4 pictures. I was like, which one of these y'all see being the album cover? And the one that I seen, they affirmed it to me. So I was just like, this is it. Like I want people to see my face. I don't want people to wonder who this guy is behind this awesome tape, but I don't know what he looked like or who he is. So that's where the cover art came from. And then I just wanted to fit the vibe. Like the rose is like a gift to the ladies. You know what I mean?
I want to talk about your 2 songs on there that I like as well. Like That and My Type.
Go ahead. Talk to me. What was you about to say?
Oh, what's your type?
My type. I'm more of an intellectual. So I like girls. Of course I like girls that's attractive. Don't nobody want nobody they're not attracted to. But like my type is like the type that you can have a mentally stimulating conversation, a spiritual conversation. Of course, a woman, a guy. And then I just got to be able to talk like business ideas, plans with you. Like you got to be well-rounded, because I feel like nowadays it's IG models and go turn up, twerk. It's a lot of those girls. And like, that's what a lot of dudes gravitate towards. But I kind of like the girls that like to have a conversation and talk, because it's like, what can I learn from you? What can you learn from me? How can I make you better? How can you make me better? So those are the type of things I look for when it comes to a girl. Like just, you got to be pretty inside and out, not just the outside.
Do you think you can find your type being an artist?
I battle with that every day. Like, because it's like, that's a good one. Cause I battle with that like every day. Like a girl that hit me up, like girls I ain't talked to, but now they see the music buzz and now it's like, you want to talk to me. So it's like, I ask God for discernment every day. I be like, just give me the discernment to see like who for me and who isn't. Like, let me see deeper. You know what I mean? So I talk to them, and you can tell when you talk to somebody, like the conversation that they have, like with you, where their mind at and what their mindset is. So it's like, I'm still working on that.
This journey is gonna play a lot into your trust.
Yeah.
And how you trust other people, and also like if they have your best interests at heart.
Exactly. It's not easy. It's not easy. People see the life of an artist and think, oh, it must be dope. But like you said, it comes with a lot of people trying to use you or gravitating towards you for the wrong reasons, or it not being genuine or it being authentic. That's why I pray for discernment every day, so I can see like who really for me. And like, if I gotta ask you to post my music, if I gotta send you a post and you my quote unquote best friend or you for me, then I'm noting that in the back of my head. Like, why do I gotta ask you to post it if you already for me? I should look through your story and see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you really see who with you for real as an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's something. And
it's you gotta be careful as an artist too, not to let it get to you emotionally, because it's just because they don't support your music don't mean they don't rock with you as a person. You gotta be able to take your emotion out. All right, this is still my friend, but on the when I blow, you don't get the artist benefits. You know, you still just get the friend benefits. So
So this is a serious question. What if your friend, you know, they rock with you, they love you, everything, have your best interest at heart, but they don't feel comfortable with posting your music because they don't necessarily like it?
I've actually had that happen. I don't expect everybody to like my music. Like as an artist, I'm 100% okay with that because I didn't make it for the world anyway. I put it into the world and a few people gravitated towards it. Now I found my niche, you know what I'm saying? I found my group. So it's like if you listen to hard music every day, I don't expect you to listen to my music. And I actually had that happen. My LB couldn't post something before because the cover art I had, but I don't take it personal because it's just like at the end of the day, you like what you like. If you don't like my music, that's fine. I'm not gonna have animosity towards you because you don't like my music. You got what you prefer, and my style probably isn't what you prefer.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm real aware of my emotions, like real, and I thank God for that. You know what I mean? Because it's like you my brother. Yeah. You don't like my music. I don't like you because I feel like that's what a lot of people do. So just knowing like, okay, if they don't like my music, so what? You know, if they still call me and see how I'm doing as a person, I'm okay with them.
Well, the great thing is you do create a vibe where if it's 2 a.m. I can chill. So tell me about your 2 a.m. vibes.
2 a.m. vibes, it's so crazy because me and Crazy, we had, shout out to Turn Me Up Crazy. We was in the studio, putting together the studio, creating vibes. Like, we was putting lights. I was like, you need to put a light right here and put a blue light over there. And then it was like a blue and red light in the room. And it was just like, it was late. We was looking like, because we didn't plan to record. And I was like, bro, let's get in the studio. I want to test it. I want to be the first one to make something in here. And he was like, okay. And it was like 2 a.m. And I was just like, you know, I started thinking, like, I put myself like, I started like visualizing like, dang, me being with a female or like talking to her. Like, I'm feeling you. I hope you feeling me. Like, what would I say if it was 2 a.m. and I was talking to a girl? So that's how 2 a.m. Vibes came about.
I don't know what it is about midnight or like the early hours in the morning, but 12, 1, but 2 o'clock, it's a different vibe. It's like, okay, it's getting late.
Yeah, it's getting late.
What's your favorite song?
Ride with me. Ride with me, and Slide Out are my two favorite. And that's not to discredit the other songs. I just feel like with those two songs, when I listen to them, they're radio hits. Like,
they are.
I know.
I was like, these two are his radio hit songs. But I'm a person that always go for like, you know, the song that people not really paying a lot of attention to. But those are definitely
and it's like I listen to the whole like every song has its own mood. But when I listen to Ride With Me, it makes me feel like I'm in LA in the summertime with all the girls out riding with my car down fast. So it's that vibe, you know what I mean? Like I said, I can just hear it on the radio. Like I can hear multiple people playing it like throughout their car on a warm day.
And with you being an upcoming artist, that being a radio hit, how have you like reached out to the local radio stations to play your songs? Like, how does that go?
I learned with this music business, it's funny. So you got to know how to navigate. Shout out to DJ Lil Vegas at 102 Jams. I had messaged him. You know, he didn't hit me back, of course, but he took the time to hear me out. And it's just like, I know I can't go straight for the radio. You can't jump straight at the radio.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You know what I mean? So it's like, let me attack the crowd and let them push it at them to what a point where it's like, all these people telling you about this music, you ain't got no choice but to play it. So it's like, I focus on the people, you know what I mean? And they gonna put that pressure on you. Cause it's like, when you at a function, it's like, why ain't you playing Ride With Me? Like, we like Ride With Me. Why ain't you playing it? So it's like putting that pressure on them, you know, letting the fans put it on instead of me, because I know it's a bunch of artists messaging you like, play my music on the radio. Like a bunch of people are doing that. So it's like
everybody wants to be heard.
Everybody wants to be heard. So I'm like, let me make sure everybody around me appreciate me, and let me let y'all push it to them.
Yeah. And also you have the name of your production entertainment company, which is
4th Entertainment and Productions. Like I told y'all earlier in the interview, everything that I do is for my grandma, for Teresa Hampton, that I lost April 9th to cancer. So I'm just I had to make sure that I got something behind me, so that when I'm done being an artist, I got something else that I can go to. Like, I'm already thinking 20 years ahead. Like, I can't make music forever.
Other artists?
You said, are there other artists?
Other artists, like, up under your...
Exactly. So, it's like, once I'm done, I can bring in the new generation, because that's why I started the entertainment and productions company. I want to give people opportunities. Like, I'm already thinking 20 years ahead. Like, I'm on a boss mentality at 40 years old. I can't be doing tours. I'm 40. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, whose life can I change with 4th Entertainment and Production? That's why I do everything that I do. I do it to change the people around me that's involved with me situation, not to make me better or make me rich. Like, I do everything out of passion. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm the only one that's doing it by myself when I'm doing it. So I do everything out of passion and love. That's what everything evolves off of. That's the foundation.
So I do have a couple more questions I want to ask you before we run out of time here. And you've shared like a lot of good information, more than I thought. So I'm very happy.
For artists, man, because it just comes from me taking it in. So.
And thank you for being transparent too and sharing your story. Like I said, realness is what people look for.
Authenticity.
And so as an artist, I have to ask you the question. And you have on Death Row Records. So Tupac or Biggie?
Me personally, I like Tupac, because like I was...
Yes!
Me personally, like I was telling you earlier, Biggie, not to take away from what he did, but Tupac, he was more soulful in his music, more poetic, you know what I mean? More soulful. So that's what I gravitate toward. And then with me being Shakari, him being secure, it's like it was kind of like it meshed. And like I've got songs where people like, I can hear Tupac in you. Like you an artist, man. Like you different. So definitely Tupac. You know what I mean? That's why I got the LA hat on, Death Row. So
yeah, and with your LA vibe, you gotta get some female vocalists on your songs.
Oh yeah, most
too.
definitely, man. It'd be so hard, because I'd be like, I'll write my songs and then I'm like, who can I write this for that I can hear on it? So it's like, I feel like it comes with due time. Like, it'll happen organically. Like, I get in the studio, I probably won't even plan it, and I'll get a girl on my track. So I'm definitely open to it. I feel like it'll happen in due time. Most definitely.
So, I want you to share your social with us, where everybody can find you, follow you, your music.
You can follow me on events. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, did I say Triller, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, you all that. You got to give them everything. Everything is I am DJ4th. I make sure everybody can have access to me, so I didn't switch nothing up. Everything is I am DJ, the number 4 TH, not FOURTH, the number 4 TH.
Okay, and any events we can catch you at in the future?
I actually just been kind of staying to myself. Like, I get out and be social, but it's more so doing this groundwork for the tape, so that when I do get ready to step out and perform at places, people already knowing the music, because I don't put the groundwork in. So I just kind of been behind the scenes, being more like the management behind everything.
Okay. And with your productions and just the people that you can attract to them, which is, I think, something that we emphasize here at Diggin in the Crates is more than just music. It's more than just the artist. And it's about all the things that happen before that and after it.
Most definitely.
So thank you so much.
And can I do one thing before we stop?
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to everybody that plays a part in my process, because I don't get to this level without my producer. Shout out to Quan, AK, Mari, Q, Joseph, Gelato, Crizzy, Bria, my creative director, Stovetop Visuals, everybody. Like, if I miss somebody, I apologize, but I just really want to give a shout out and really emphasize. Vita Great, the other producer. I just want to give a shout out to everybody, because I couldn't get to where I am and where I'm about to go without none of y'all. Y'all are just as important as I am, even if y'all are not here. So I just wanted to, elaborate that and let everybody know that I appreciate them. Like, I didn't do this by myself. It ain't just me. It's a whole team behind me that believe in me. So I just want to elaborate that and express it.
Well, there you have it from the legend himself, Dj4th. Thank you for joining us at Diggin in the Crates today.
In the Crates.
And I am G Dev, and we're signing out. Thank you for joining us today.